Tara, Deborah?
Yes, my name is Tara Law, and I started at camp at 11 months old. My mom was the CIT coordinator, and I was out there as a baby, and then returned at 13, and was there from 1995 until about 2006 in various capacities and roles, and still continue to volunteer my time as 6-week canoe trip driver. Got my class 4 license and they won't leave me alone, so.
Don't leave me alone.
I'm Doug Abra. I was a camper in 1957 and 1959, and then I went back as a counselor in 1964. I was a counselor through 1964 and 65, then I started in the wilderness program in 1966, and I took out canoe trips in 1966 through 1968. I worked with Punch Jackson, who was the one that set the wilderness program up originally, and we tripped together for 3 years, one 3-week trip in 1966, 3 2-week trips in 1967, and then one 3-week and 2 2-week trips in 1968. It was a wonderful experience, and it made me independent. It made me, I think the biggest thing is being able to learning how to deal with very important and very significant issues that came up on a momentary basis that had to be met and had to be dealt with. And the fellowship and the friendships that I've made have continued to this day. Tara's father's a close friend, Punch is still a close friend, and a lot of the people that we work with at camp are still close friends.
Tara, how did the camp make you, building this experience, driving the bus, make you who you are today?
I started as a camper when I was 13 years old. I credit Camp Stevens with basically forming who I am today, and saving me from being the chubby kid with no friends to creating a community that loved me for who I was regardless. Took out 3 2-weeks while I was there. Hated the first one, did not care for trail, and grew to love it very, very deeply, so that now as an adult, even though I'm done with Stevens, I still trip with past Stevens people. We've done trips on the Grass River, on the Manigatagan, and I'm now a teacher, so all those experiences, working with kids, as Doug said, on a momentary notice, having to switch plans and be creative and come up with something new comes in handy every day in the classroom. Regardless of how well planned I have things, and credit all of my success as a teacher to those experiences at Camp Stevens, on the tripping program, at in-camp, and yeah, it is who I am today and where I've gotten to.